Indiana County WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com on your Wednesday morning, 12 minutes after the hour. And Aaron Lehman and Family Promise with us once again. Our conversation brought to you by Marcus and Mack, voted best personal injury law firm in the Best of Indiana County contest. Marcus and Mack, a law firm representing injured people. And not only is Aaron with us, but you brought friends with you this morning.
I did, finally.
Yeah.
Yes, not finally. We've had it before, but still, people get tired of hearing from me, so I want them to hear from other people.
All right. Well, there you go. Who have you brought, and why are we here?
So John Ditter and Margie Gray. Mm-hmm. We're here because we're having our Monopoly event on Sunday. So what we have is we have a life-size Monopoly board. We have different teams come and play. We have the big cards. We have the big houses. We have a 30 by 30 board that we have at the high school of Indiana High School at the new gym, if you will. And, it's just a fun time to come out. We're also going to have baskets. I think we have maybe 30, 35 baskets already. We're trying to get more. So if people want to donate baskets to Family Promise, you can call us or you can drop it off at the Day Center right across from the Community Guidance Center. So we're doing that. And what I wanted to do is, promote it a little bit and, talk about some other things, which is why I have John and Margie here. Mm-hmm. But once again, what I said before is, Family Promise, we're an organization that helps homeless families. We take people that are in chaos and give them stability, and then they can look for houses, jobs, and cars. And then when they do that, they get out of the program. They're successful, 83% success rate. We have our store where people can come and get laundry detergent, stuff you can't buy with food stamps. And also we have our store and we have a furniture store. So we are always looking for donations if people want to do that. And that helps out people, that helps out families, and it helps us out. So mm-hmm. That's kind of what I wanted to talk about, and I wanted to turn it over to John and Margie.
All right, wonderful. So John, Margie, the show is yours now. Are you here to talk about Monopoly or about other initiatives?
Well, I think just talking about Family Promise in general, and knowing that Monopoly is our biggest fundraiser for the year. Mm-hmm. We really rely on the donations from the community to help us. Family Promise was originated in Indiana County in 2011, and we have about an 84% success rate with our families that have maintained mm-hmm. financial stability after going through our program. And I think that's something we should be really proud of. And it says to Indiana County, this is an important nonprofit in our community that helps our local people. Another reason why we want to emphasize the Monopoly event is we really need the donations. We really need people to come forward and help participate and help us raise money for our nonprofit. Right now we have 14 families on our waiting list.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. And, those are people that we're trying to get to, we're trying to help, but we're a little bit inhibited by the lack of funds and the lack of volunteers. So we're here to talk about we need your help.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm sure that there are ways that folks can help, and obviously being a donor in some form or another. Aaron has told us about a couple of different ways that folks can help you. That's certainly one way to help. John?
Yeah, I'm actually here to talk to the faith community. I'm a pastor in Homer City, and I've been with Family Promise on the board for about 3 years now. And what drew me to Family Promise is the program. It's not just a homeless shelter. If it was just a homeless shelter, they would just be giving people a place to sleep, some food, maybe, especially in winter months, a warm place to stay so they're out of the cold. What Family Promise is, it's more than that. It's a program that teaches them how to get out of their situation. The concept, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, teach a man to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. And that's what sets Family Promise apart, is we are teaching people to get out of the situation so they don't go back into it. Mm-hmm. And the faith community plays a big part in that. And it doesn't just have to be the Christian churches. It can be people who believe that there is a greater power out there, and that there is somebody who loves them. There is a God above who loves them and does care for them. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to bring the faith community in to invest into them. not just throw money at them. And although we do have some churches or some organizations who, faith organizations who will donate to Family Promise, and that's greatly appreciated. But the bigger aspect of what Family Promise does is the faith community has the opportunity to invest into them, to give them meals and eat dinner with them, or eat a meal with them, to let them stay overnight in their church, or to let them for a week at a time to stay in their church. And what that does is it gives the church an opportunity to build a relationship with the people, to feel that they are valued. People that are, feel that have been knocked down by society, maybe been abandoned by their own families. And so we give the faith community the opportunity to invest into them and show that they are loved, and show that they're maybe more than what society has told them that they are.
Yeah, and Family Promise in Indiana County actually began as a church movement, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So how can churches get involved if they're not right now?
Well, they can contact Erin. Erin is a great spokesperson. They can contact me, but Erin does a lot more with the connecting. They can contact Carol at the Day Center. She actually does a lot of the scheduling and does a lot of setting things up for food and meals and all that stuff. So that way, what week works best for the church or the organization, they can. So Carol and Erin and myself are the primary contacts. Yeah. But any of our board members would be happy to talk to people about it.
Yeah, and Margie, for folks who don't know how Family Promise works, that's where it starts, isn't
Yes.
it? Is with people being given the opportunity to come and stay at a church for a short amount of time.
Yes.
And take advantage of those church facilities.
Correct.
But then also it moves forward from there.
Correct. At that point, then the families work with the day center, and they are taught life training skills, financial skills, so that they can take these skills and move themselves forward with their stability in having a home and a place to live. So it's such a fantastic program that we have, where we really want to be able to reach out to all the families that need our help. And that's why it's so important that we have these fundraisers like Monopoly to help bring the money in for the nonprofit. Plus, it's a great time. I mean, it's our 8th year of doing Monopoly.
I think so, yeah.
And it's such a fun day for everyone. And we'll have a basket raffle. We'll have lunch available. And Monopoly is a game that lots of people enjoy playing. So hopefully we have a great turnout.
So this can be a spectator sport in which folks come and they enjoy watching this all happen right in front of them there on the floor of the Indiana Senior High Gym.
Yes.
And they can be supportive in that way. But who's going to be playing? I mean,
we have Berkshire Hathaway competing against Realty One.
Okay.
As the teams this year. So that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, sure. Who gets to roll the dice? And are they really huge dice so that we can see them?
Yeah, they are kind of big dice. The people that get to roll the dice are the people playing. So sometimes we have people from the audience come up and roll the dice and everything. Maybe kids that are there just to kind of incorporate them into the thing. But they're rolling the dice. You walk around the board just like you do on Monopoly.
Yeah.
And it's a cool concept, and it's a great thing because it's just different, and people love Monopoly. The interesting thing about Monopoly is it was started to show. Monopoly was actually created to show about the elite as opposed to people that may not be. So it's kind of like interesting that we're using this to help people in poverty and people that are homeless.
Yeah, Monopoly first came into being in 1933 during the Depression.
Yes.
When people were being kicked out of homes and losing homes.
So it's interesting that we're using that to help homeless families and people in poverty.
Yeah.
And then also we have our poverty prevention program. So we're preventing people from getting into poverty by teaching them financial literacy, and that anybody can come up and we can help them out with that.
Yeah, yeah. I would guess that with all of the fun and the fundraising that will be going on, the opportunity to learn about Family Promise is as important an aspect of what will be happening on Sunday as anything.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so doors open at what time?
11.
11 o'clock on Sunday.
Yes, at the Indiana High School.
Indiana Senior High, new gym.
New gym.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And the event actually gets underway at what time?
It gets it's from 12 until 2.
12 to 2.
So yeah, so we have about 2 hours, and we'll see what happens with Berkshire Hathaway has been I think reigning champion for a couple of years. So we'll see if One Realty. It was interesting because the gentleman with One Realty used to work at Berkshire Hathaway, so that's a whole another dynamic in this whole monopoly thing.
Yeah, all right. He sounds like a bunch of those, when somebody gets traded away from the Steelers, and I'm going to get those guys.
Exactly.
Well, that'll all be happening coming up this Sunday at the Indiana Senior High. Meanwhile, for folks who want to learn about Family Promise and maybe won't be able to be there that day, John or anybody, tell me how folks can learn more.
Okay. So what you can do is you can go to our website, familypromiseofindianacountry.com. We can also do our Facebook, which is Family Promise of Indiana County. We have a house at it's 520 Marion Drive. It's right across from the Community Guidance Center. And you can stop in there. You can check out the facilities. 724-464-5220 is the phone number. So any of those ways you can learn more about Family Promise, learn more about how we're helping homeless families, and how we're bringing dignity back to people's lives, especially parents. And I've had a lot of parents that have said, my kids are doing better in school. I feel so much better about myself, and my kids are actually looking up to me and realizing that I'm doing really good stuff.
Yeah.
And it's amazing that when a parent feels that way and they have that dignity, they can do anything, and that's why we have the big success rates.
Terrific. All right. Hey, folks, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
We appreciate it very, very much. It is 24 minutes after 9 o'clock. It's Indiana in the Morning on WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com. Jake is in the newsroom. He's coming up. The CBS Sports brought to you by S&T Bank, People Forward Banking.
Just the usual for me. I'm barely awake.
I'll have a pumpkin spice latte.
Ooh, maybe I should spice things up.
A double shot?
Bigger.
A triple shot? You'll be awake all night.
What if I finally took time off of work, hopped on a plane, headed to that stunning destination I've always talked about, and had the biggest adventure of my life?
Spice up your life this season with a trip you've always dreamed of. With an S&T home equity total line of credit, nothing stands in the way of getting there.
Do you still want your coffee?
S&T Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
This is Boomer Esiason with the CBS Sports Minute.